Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Stillwell, and for the Special Needs Project, I chose to do research on celiac disease. As a general overview, celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder where the digestion of gluten can damage the small intestine. The most treatable way for celiac disease is to have a gluten-free diet. People should avoid wheat, rye, and barley. Some symptoms of celiac disease include nausea, vomiting, anorexia, voracious diet, weight loss, flatulence, an unhealthy pale appearance, or gastrointestinal hemorrhages. Having celiac disease has a major impact on nutrition through vitamin deficiencies in vitamin A, D, E, and K, and even calcium, osteoporosis. People with celiac disease have a higher risk of osteoporosis due to soft and brittle bones, anemia, which is a low intake of vitamin B12, folate, and riboflavin. And what happens specifically with celiac disease is that the intestinal villi, which are tiny like protrusions in the intestinal wall, they're damaged, and their ability to absorb nutrients like fat, carbohydrates, protein, vitamins, and minerals are greatly reduced. The impacts on physical activity with celiac disease includes bone loss, malnutrition, or fatigue. They are all possibilities. Depending on the severity, the physical activity may have a lasting effect of celiac disease and prolong the symptoms people experience. It really differs from children to people over the age of 55. Celiac has a lot of neurological symptoms as well, like feeling depressed, which would influence the motivation behind physical activity. Research hasn't really confirmed if celiac disease helps or hinders people's will to exercise. It really just depends on the person and how it affects them and the severity of what they have. For treatment of celiac, it is so important to be professionally diagnosed. A series of blood tests will be performed to confirm if it is celiac or just a gluten sensitivity. And even an endoscopy may also be ordered to show the severity of celiac, which can be found in the small intestine. While they are doing the endoscopy, they may take biopsies and sample to send off as well to make sure nothing is cancerous. But really, a strict gluten-free diet is the most efficient way to treat celiac disease. Even the slightest amount of gluten can cause the body to start to attack the small intestine. So what does a gluten-free diet look like? We always hear that now in the 21st century it's such a fad to be gluten-free, specifically here in 2017. And being gluten-free isn't necessarily healthier, but you do get a lot of fruits and vegetables, beans, seeds, potatoes, eggs and dairy products, rice, fish, chicken, and lean beef, and quinoa. But something with the gluten, when you take that out of your diet, you lose a lot of fiber as well, because gluten is found in a lot of things like bread that you would eat, or starches that is, eventually converted to sugar. But that's why it's imperative, though, that when, especially in kids, if they are diagnosed with celiac, that their diet is enhanced with additional vitamins to keep them from getting vitamin deficiencies and from getting malnourished. Some long-term complications with celiac disease is that if it goes untreated, it can lead to other autoimmune disorders like type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, anemia, osteoporosis, infertility and miscarriage, or epilepsy. Other complications include gallbladder malfunction, pancreatic insufficiency, and various gastrointestinal cancers. Some of the other information I found with celiac is that every 1 in 100 people have celiac disease. In the later age of diagnosis, the greater risk for developing another autoimmune disease. So it is so important that, especially if you feel like a child you know or your own child has that, to take them to the pediatrician and have them get tested to make sure it's not just a gluten sensitivity, because there is a lot more risks that come with celiac disease but the earlier you catch it, the easier it is for especially children to adapt to that lifestyle, having to eat gluten-free. And it helps them mentally deal with everything that's going on in their body a little bit easier than it would somebody who's later in age. Thank you guys for listening, and here are some of my resources, and I hope you guys have a great day.